So please subscribe and like and comment on this particular video for the further updates.
Hello everyone, in this video I am going to walk you through about a quick start in the cloud deployment process. So till now you people used to run your project in the local machine, okay, by executing the URL localhost :8080 / the name of your project / index.jsp, something like that. Okay, so now we need to deploy your project to the live cloud environment, okay, so that you can access your project without installing anything in your local machine. Just using a web browser you can readily access your project from anywhere across the world. So for example, we are going to select the purchase the domain name like db80.csc.com / name of the project / index.jsp. So this is how it will look like after you deploy your project onto the live cloud. So you will be able to access your project just using a web browser, even if that project is not installed in your local machine, because that project will be running on a cloud machine. But in the previous case, you can see your project would have been installed in a local Tomcat. But now after deployment of your project to the live cloud, the project will be installed on a server that is running on the cloud environment. Okay, so this cloud deployment is not mandatory. So if you are happy to show your project in your local machine, then I am happy for you. But if you want to really deploy your project onto the live cloud, right, so you people have to be very careful and follow the steps carefully, whatever we are going to do. Okay, so before the start of the project classes, right, so we decided to go for OpenShift.com. Okay, OpenShift.com is one of the cloud service provider. So we can create an account in OpenShift.com and we can deploy our project into the cloud freely without any cost. Okay, but right now if you people can go to their website, so just go to the browser and enter OpenShift.com. so and try to sign up. So towards the top right there is a button called sign up. If you try to sign up, there they have clearly mentioned that so we will be in their waiting list. So that means even after creating an account, it's no guarantee that we will be getting the cloud space for deploying our project. So OpenShift cannot be used, so this option will be ruled out. Okay, so for that purpose, so my recommendation would be to go for another cloud service provider called Heroku. Okay, Heroku is one more most popular cloud service provider. So we will be deploying our project on Heroku cloud. So but the drawback of Heroku is what, so if you want to use MySQL in your project, so you will have to register a credit card in Heroku.com. So without providing your credit card details, right, so Heroku.com will not allow you to access MySQL. So I'm sure that almost all the projects will be using MySQL. So if you want your project to be deployed on live cloud, you need to register to Heroku.com by providing your credit card details. Okay, so but not to panic, because it will not be charging even a single rupee, but that account verification has to be done by providing your credit card details. Okay, so but without your permission or something, it will not be charging even a single rupee. So the thing is, you are going to deploy your project onto Heroku cloud for free, absolutely at free of cost, but you just have to provide your credit card credentials for them. Okay, so I'll just show you how to create an account in Heroku.com. So you people just have to go to their official site. So for example, Heroku.com. So and then create a new account over there. So towards the top right, you can see there will be a menu called sign up. I'm going to click on that. And it will ask you some basic information which you will have to enter. I'm going to enter my first name, last name. You need to enter your email ID. In place of company name, you can simply give your college name. And language, you please select it as Java. And you need to pass this test. It says select all the squares with street sign. Oops, sorry, that account is already existing, so I'll be providing my another email address. Okay, so I just created a new account, so you need to log into your email ID and you have to verify that. So I'm going to log into my email ID. So you can see I have got a confirmation mail from Heroku. So you need to click on that link to confirm your email ID. So it has confirmed. So it is asking me to select a password. Okay, so this is how you are going to create a new account in Heroku. So remember, after you create a new account in Heroku, you also have to provide your credit card details. So if you haven't provided your credit card details, it will not allow you to use your MySQL database. So it will not provide our MySQL database. So credit card details is mandatory. Okay. So where you have to provide credit card details, towards the top right, you can see that user account icon. So click on that, and you have to go to account settings. So in account settings there is an option called billing. So you have to go to billing. So and here you people will have to add a new credit card. So if you click on that add credit card button, here you need to enter the credit card number and the expiration date of that card, and that CVV number which will be present towards the back side of the card, and the first name and the last name as printed on the card, along with some billing address. So all the fields here will be mandatory apart from the additional information, and then you just have to click on save details. So I have provided my credit card details now. So you can see it says the button update credit card. So that means I already provided the credit card details now. Okay, so after your project examination, right, so you can simply scroll, go to that account tab, and you people can completely close this account. So thus you can remove your credit card also. Okay, so again, so remember that this Heroku will not be charging you anything. So but you have to verify your billing information if it have to allow you to access MySQL database.
So after you have created an account in Heroku, after providing credentials for your credit card, the next step is to download and install Heroku client application. So Heroku client application can be found in this particular Google Drive link, or you can also find it in their official website. So but I have uploaded them in this particular Google Drive link. So I'm going to share this link for you people in your email address, or also you can see this particular link in the description of this video. So I want you people to copy this link. Okay, and run it in a browser. So you can see a download button over there. Okay, download that client. So you can see Heroku Windows application will be getting downloaded. So it's about 50 MB. So after it has been downloaded, you just have to install it. So installation is very simple, so just you people have to click next and finish. So you don't have to change the default settings, so whatever is there by default, you keep clicking on next. So after installing Heroku command line client, so it will also ask you to install this JIT 2.8 setup. You need to install that also by clicking on next, finish. So these are the two prerequisites you people have to complete before we start the deployment of your project in Heroku Cloud. So I'm just going to note down the things you people have done so far. So step number 1, you people have created an account in Heroku.com. So after creating an account in step number 1, step number 2, you have provided your credit card details in your account settings. So after this, so you have downloaded and installed Heroku Windows client application. Okay, so these are the 3 steps I would be expecting you people to complete before going forward.
Hello, welcome back. So in the rest of the video, I'm going to explain to you how to deploy our attribute based data sharing project onto Heroku Cloud environment. So till now, you people have done these 3 things. You have created an account in Heroku.com, you have provided your credit card information in account settings, and you have downloaded and installed Heroku Windows client application. Okay, so it is mandatory to successfully complete these 3 steps before proceeding further. Okay, so if you have done these 3 steps, then there are 3 more steps that you people have to do for deploying our project onto live cloud. Okay, so in step 4, you will have to create an application in Heroku web. Okay, in step 5, you will have to execute our SQL queries in Heroku database, and in last step you will have to deploy a var file, okay, in Heroku Cloud. Okay, so these are the 3 more steps that we have to do now. So if you complete these 3 steps, then the live deployment part will be completed. So let us do it step by step. You people pause the video and you will have to do it along with me, so to avoid any confusion. So before we start with these things, right, so make sure you have this folder ready in your machine, abds_cloud kit. So I'm going to send this a folder in your email ID, so please download it from there and make sure you have this folder ready. Okay, so inside this abds_cloud kit, you can see a software installation file called 7zip. Okay, 7z1604, something like that. So this is a 7zip software. You just have to double click and install it in the default location. Okay, so I'll tell you why this 7zip is required. You just have to install it. Okay, and Heroku Windows AMD64.exe is the one which you have installed in step number 3, so you don't have to do it again. So if you have not done step number 3, you can just double click on this and keep on next, finish. So, and other things, you can find a couple of var files. So there is csp.var and keyauthority.var. So 2 projects are there within our single ABDS project. Okay, and queries for CSP and queries for key authority. So 2 queries you need to execute. Okay, so try to understand there are 2 sub projects within your project. Okay, So therefore in step number 4 we have to create two applications, okay, one for CSP and one for key authority. In step number 5 you will have to execute MySQL queries, so you will have to execute MySQL queries for CSP also and for key authority also, okay, 2 times you need to execute. And in step number 6 you will have to deploy the var file, so you will have to deploy 2 var files, okay, one csp.var file and then key authority.var file, okay, 2 var files you will have to deploy in step number 6. Okay, so let us start with step number 4 now. You will have to create 2 applications in Heroku web. So I want you people to open a browser and log into heroku.com. Click on login and log in with whatever account you have registered with. So after logging in, you can see it will take us to the dashboard page. In the dashboard page there is nothing, so you'll have to create a new application by clicking on this button. And application name, it will ask you to enter the application name. You can give anything you want, so I'll just give it as CSP-AKLC. So you can choose whichever application name you want, but it should be available. So if I just say CSP, it says it's not available. So this is actually a domain name, okay, so you will have to enter CSP- your college name, something like that, and click on this create app button. So after creating that CSP-AKLC application, you will have to click on this resources, and here under add-ons there is a search bar. You need to add couple of add-ons, okay. Number 1, you will have to type for MySQL and click on this clear DB, and make sure you are going to select the free version, okay. I will select Ignite free version. And once again search for another add-on, Send Grid, okay. You need to select the first one, not the marketing campaign, just Send Grid. And even here you will have to select the starter one, free version. Okay, so that's how we are going to create an application. Okay, so right now I created an application for CSP-AKLC. So like that I will have to create one more application for key authority. Okay, so I'll just go to this personal apps, click on this personal apps, and there towards the right there is a button called new. I'll click on that, create new app. So the app name I will give it as KA, key authority -AKLC. KA-AKLC, create app. The same procedure, I'll click on resources. So under add-ons, first I'll search for MySQL. I'll select ClearDB MySQL and select the free version. Click on provision. And once again search for Send Grid. Click on the starter, the free version. So that's it. So this is how you need to create 2 applications in Heroku web. So I can mark this particular step as done. So now for executing step number 5. So step number 5 is all about executing MySQL queries for CSP and key authority in Heroku web. So sorry, Heroku database. So I'll minimize everything. Okay, so now I'll just show you the procedure for executing the MySQL queries for both of these applications. So you will have to open command prompt. I'll click on start menu, type cmd, open command prompt, and I'll execute the command Heroku space login. You have to execute the command Heroku space login. So this command will work only if you have installed that Heroku Windows client application, else it will not work. So email ID, you need to specify the one from which you created an account in Heroku.com. Okay, and password, whatever you have chosen, you need to enter. So you can see I was successfully logged into Heroku. Okay, so the next command you will have to enter is Heroku space config. The next command you will have to enter is Heroku space config space -a application name. First I will give it as CSP-AKLC. Heroku space config space -a space CSP-AKLC. So you can see here it is printing some information about the database and information about the send grid and username and password. So basically ClearDB you added is for MySQL database. Send grid you added because our application should be sending an email. No, using send grid it will trigger an email. Okay, so from the database information that is printed here, okay, we need to find out some information. Okay, like we need to find out our MySQL username, and we need to find out our MySQL password, and we need to find out the host name, and at last we need to find out the MySQL database name. Okay, so these four information we need to find out from the information that is printed in the console. Okay, I'll show you how to find out this information. So you can see, I'll right click and click on mark. So ClearDB database URL, okay, MySQL : after this /. Okay, so from here till this colon, don't include colon, okay, till this colon. Okay, I will copy. This will be my username. Okay, once again right click mark, after this colon, from here till that @, don't include that @, just till that @. I'll copy. Sorry, I just closed it by mistake. I'll have to open it again, sorry for that. I'll type Heroku login once again, aklc2017@gmail.com. So you can see after this colon, from here till that @, don't include that @, so just till that @. So I'll just copy it, and that will be my password. Okay, and once again I'll right click mark. So after this @ from here, okay, so till this next line .net, but it will not allow us to select multiple lines properly. So I'll just select till the end of this line. I'll copy it. That will be my host name, and even in the next line also there is continuation of it. Okay, db.net, I am going to copy and paste it here. So this will be my host name, and at last you can see after this / from here till this question mark. Okay, don't include that question mark, just till that question mark. So that will be our database name. Okay, so this is the MySQL details for our CSP application. Okay, so you need to find out the same information. Okay, you need to find out the similar information, that is MySQL username and MySQL password, MySQL host, and at last MySQL database name. So you need to find out this similar information for key authority also. Okay, how to do that? Once again I'll say Heroku space config space -a space ka-aklc. The name of the application you have chosen, you need to enter it here. Hit enter. So you can see for key authority also it given some information. So So I'll once again right click mark. So I'll from here till that colon I'm going to copy, so that becomes my username. Okay, and after this colon from here till that @ symbol I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it as my password, and from this till here I'll copy, and there is a continuation, so I'll just copy this, so I'm going to paste it, and at last, so from here till that question mark, so I'm going to copy, and that will be our MySQL database name. Okay, so now we have found out the MySQL information for both CSP and for key authority. So this will be our CSP related information, and this will be our key authority related information. So using this information, we need to create the queries in CSP database, and we need to create some queries in key authority database. Okay, so if you look at that cloud kit, okay, so I have shared that queries file, queries_CSP. So these queries I need to execute in CSP database, and these queries I need to execute in key authority database. Okay, but if you can see the information that we gathered right now, CSP have the database name with this random, some name, and for key authority we have a database name with some random. Okay, so that is because Heroku is not allowing us to create our own database name, it is giving some random database name. Okay, so what we should do, we should copy the database name for CSP, okay, and we need to replace it in queries_CSP file. In queries_CSP file, instead of this CPEDB, I will replace that. In the next line also there is CPABEDB, I'll replace that. Okay, and save it, close it. Okay, so the similar way, so you need to copy the database name of your key authority, right click copy, and paste it. I open that queries_keyauthority.txt, and instead of KADB you need to paste this like this. Okay, so and save it. Okay, so now that we have two queries file ready, which has to be executed in the respective databases. Okay, so now you need to open your MySQL and connect it to your CSPDB and execute this queries.txt file, and then you need to open your MySQL and connect it to key authority DB and execute this queries file. I'll show you how. Okay, so you will have to go to my computer, C drive, program files, not the x86 one, just program files. So inside that MySQL server bin. Okay, so here you should have installed MySQL, or else this path will not be available. So here you need to hold shift and right click, so then click on open command window here. So if you just right click, that option will not be shown. You need to hold shift and right click, open command window here. Okay, then you need to type MySQL space -u space. -u stands for username. Okay, so first specify the username for CSP. I'll just copy this username, paste it, space -h space, h stands for host. So copy this and paste it here. Okay, space -p, enter. So it will ask you for password. So this is our MySQL password, just copy it and paste it. So you can see now MySQL prompt has been given, so that means we are connected to CSP database. Okay, so what we need to do now, so just open that ABDS cloud kit folder. Okay, just open that queries_csp.txt, make sure you have replaced this database name, and do a Control-A, copy it, and just paste it here, right click, paste. So you can see all the queries has been now executed in CSP database. Okay, now what you need to do, you need to type exit. Okay, and then similarly you need to do it for key authority, MySQL space -u space that key authority my username. Right click, copy, paste, space, -h space this host name. Right click, paste, enter. It will ask you for the password. Sorry, MySQL space -u space that username space -h space that host name space -p, and it will ask you for the password. So you need to copy this password and paste it here. So now we have connected to key authority database. So what you need to do, just open that queries key authority.txt and make sure you have replaced that database name, and do a Control A, right click, copy, and in this right click, paste. Done. So this is how you people have to execute step number 5. Okay, so now I can mark this step number 5 as done. So you have successfully executed the database queries in both CSP and key authority. So the last step here will be to deploy a var file in Heroku Cloud. Okay, there are two var files, csp.var and keyauthority.var. Okay, you can see here they are csp.var and keyauthority.var. You need to deploy these two things in live cloud. How to deploy it, I'll show you. So I assume you people have installed this 7-zip software. So after you have installed this 7-zip software, now just right click on that csp.var. You will see an option called 7-zip here. Okay, if you haven't installed this 7-zip software, you will not be seeing that option. Okay, so I'll just right click on csp.var, 7-zip, open archive. Okay, you need to go to web.inf, classes, com, csp, mail. Okay, you need to send mail.java. Just double click it, it will open. Just double click. So if you slowly scroll down, somewhere you should see aklc2017@gmail.com. Okay, so this you will have to replace with whatever email ID you used in heroku.com for creating an account. Okay, you need to replace this aklc2017 with whatever email ID you created an Heroku account with. Okay, so for example, if you have created an Heroku account with ranjit@gmail.com, you need to replace it like this. Okay. Okay, after replacing, you need to save it, and then you can close it. So it will give you some pop-up. You need to click OK and close this. So the same procedure you need to do it for key authority also. So you need to right click on key authority, 7-zip, open archive, web.inf, classes, com, key authority, mail, send mail.java. Okay, you just have to double click. So it will open. Slowly scroll down and see where aklc2017 is there. So you need to replace with your email ID which you used for creating an Heroku account, and then close it. So you need to first save it. Okay, and then close it. Click OK and close this. So now these two var files, csp.var and keyauthority.var, they are ready to deploy in our Heroku cloud. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so I'll select both of them, csp.var and keyauthority.var. I'll copy both of them, right click, copy both of them, and inside my D drive, okay, inside my D drive, so I'll just create a folder called abds, and inside that I'll paste them. Okay, so I just pasted them in a convenient location. Okay, so make sure you are going to paste them in a convenient location. So inside D drive I created a folder called abds. Inside abds I have those two var files which are ready to deploy it in live cloud. Okay, so while creating a new folder, right, okay, make sure you are not giving a space. Okay, if you give a space, then deployment will fail. So I just created a simple folder inside D drive. Inside abds I have these two var files. Okay, now what you need to do, you need to open that command prompt, okay, where you have logged into Heroku login you have done. No, that command prompt you need to open. So then you need to execute some commands. The first command, Heroku space plugins :install. Okay, Heroku space plugins :install Heroku -CLI -deploy. So Heroku -CLI -deploy, hit enter. So this will install that deploy plugin. You can see it's done. Okay, the next command you need to install execute is Heroku space var::deploy. Heroku space var::deploy space within double quote the path of the var file. My var file is present inside my D drive /abds/ capital CSP.var. Close the double quote. This is the path to the var file. So this is case sensitive. You should be very careful. Space -app space -app space name of the CSP application you created in Heroku Cloud. We created it as CSP-AKLC. Okay, like that. Hit enter. So you can see now that CSP var file is getting installed on Heroku live cloud environment. Okay, so this will take a really lot of time, sometime around 20 minutes. If your internet speed is very slow, it will take around 25-30 minutes, like that. You should not stop this in between. Okay, you need to wait till this completes. You can see now it's been done. So you are seeing a message called done. Okay, and it is also printing an URL where you can access your project on a live cloud. Okay, so this will be the URL where you can access your project on a live cloud. Okay, so I'm going to copy it and I'll paste it in some notepad for my reference. Okay, so you can see CSP can be accessed in this particular live cloud URL. Okay, so this is how you need to deploy a CSP application in a live cloud, but you need to do it for key authority also now. Okay, the same command. Okay, so Heroku space var::deploy space within double quote D drive /abds/ I'll just copy this var file name and I'll just paste it .var, close the double quote, space -app space. The name of the key authority application we created in Heroku Cloud is KA-AKLC. Okay, I'll hit enter. So now the key authority var file is started to deploy in live Heroku Cloud environment. Just like CSP var file, this will also take a really long time. So sometimes around 20 minutes, 25 minutes, like that. You will have to wait. You can see even key authority deployment has now been done. You can see a message there, done, and it will also print the URL where you can access that key authority application. Okay, so I'm going to just copy this URL. Okay, and I'm going to save it in my notepad. Okay, so now I have completed the live cloud deployment process for our ABDS project. So this is the URL where I can access our CSP, and this is the URL where I can access my key authority. Okay, so you can access this URL from any devices, even mobile phone also, just that you need to have an internet connection and a web browser. Okay, so let me test this. I'll just copy this URL and run it in a new tab. So you can see our CSP application got loaded. I'll open one more tab and I will copy this and I'm going to paste it here. So you can see even that key authority application also got loaded. So let me quickly test this. So in our CSP application, I'll try to register a new account as data owner. I'll provide my email ID as celestial cluster, password 1234. So you can see registration has been successful, and I will try to log in as data owner. Okay, even you can see for login also has been successful for ABDS project, I mean the CSP. So the same thing for key authority, I'll quickly test. I'll click on register. I'll register as celestial cluster. You can see registration has been successful, and login as celestial cluster. Even login also has been successful. So both applications are now successfully working fine. So this is how you need to deploy our project onto a live cloud. Okay, thank you so much.
So please subscribe and like and comment on this particular video for the further updates.